And welcome back. This is Kotel for another War Rights event. This time we have a UEC, United European Community. This is Server 2. Currently we have a server pop of 233. Attacking CSA, 117 versus 117 for the Union. And it is a Bolivar Heights Redoubt. Alright, let's take a look at these two teams, starting out with the defending Union. They have Hampton's Legion, HL, as well as CQB. We've got the 22nd Virginia from the GC. We've got LFL here. We've got 12th VA. And I believe that's it. Let's see here. Got a couple RD pieces as well as far as commanders goes. Looks like we've got Colonel Douglas leading CQB. Plupin Cadet leading HL. We've got James Joker leading the 22nd. We've got Sergeant Major Fletcher leading the 12th VA. And Colonel Fama leading the LFL. Alright, now let's take a look at the CSA team starting out with their RD. Looks like they've got a couple guns here. Here's Angle leading HD with one cannon. Looks like 2 Corps got another gun over here. And then we've got Dalheimer here from the VA bat with another cannon. Looks like we're going to have a decent amount of RD on both teams for this. Alright, now on teams for the attacking CSA, we have the 56th Virginia led by Captain Slaughter. We've got the 52nd New York led by John Beck. We've got the 20th New York led by Colonel Weber. We have 2 Corps led by Captain Thurgorn. And we have the A&V HD team led by Colonel Killer. So it looks like a nice match here. Yep, 240 already on the server pop. We'll see if some more come in. And we are live at 40, so I'm going to grab a drink of water before we start. For those that don't know, UEC is held every Friday and Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. GMT. So right now we got 250 in this server. I think it's 220 something on the other server. So we're closing in on 500 here. I'd like to see us get there. But yeah, if you're looking for an event on either Friday or Saturday evening time, if you're in Europe, or afternoon time for the United States, take a look at the UEC. And we are off to the racers. Killer is moving out. And let's see if we can get a view for how they're planning this attack. Right now, it looks like they're going straight into the center here. Meanwhile, the Union is starting to filter out here. We'll see where they set up their defense. We do have a cannon here under LFL. They're moving that cannon up here. And we do have one Union element has moved out here. It is HL. And it looks like they're going to try to ambush the CSA a little bit as they move out. Time may be more of a factor in this map given the 5-minute grace period starts. So we'll see if the Union can add to that and delay the CSA a little bit more. But they are streaming in pretty concentrated. They did send one unit out to flank. And it is the 52nd. And interesting, we also have GC. Looks like they're knocking down the fence here. Maybe they're looking to help out the Arty. But the rest of the CSA is moving forward, and here comes HL's shots. Hitting the A&V, but A&V is going to answer him. Ooh. A hell of a volley coming in from the A&V. And they have knocked them back pretty dang far, but another unit's coming out here. Who is this? It is CQB. And they are going to punch A&V as well. But they're going to fall back here. Now A&V's starting to get some support moving up here. Who is this? All right, 2 Corps moving up, as is the 56, but A&V is in the front. And they are drawing all of the fire, it looks like, for the CSA at the moment.
I prefer undressing.
How is HL holding up here? They took. Okay, HL has rotated back, and now James Joker has brought out the 26th Virginia to kind of relieve them in place. Oh, but they just took some hits from 2 Corps over there. So it's interesting the way the CSA has set up. They have the Hand V as kind of the anchor, absorbing the volleys while they're getting mutual support back here. And now it looks like the Colonel Weber has gotten his folks from the GC moved up. So we'll see if that changes the equation here. Now here comes Colonel Douglas here, moving out the CQB. As the LFL tries to get that cannon ready. And we've got some CSA movement. Keep in mind, we also got the 52nd New York doing a wide flanking maneuver, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. And who is rotating all the way over here? It is Colonel Weber. He is trying to get around the Union flank here. Oh, do we have an assault developing here? Hill is moving his men forward.
On the line. On the line, independent.
That cannon, though, set up. That might become a problem here unless they deal with it pretty soon. Oh, they dealt with it, though. Looks like 2 Corps and 56 are now bounding forward, maneuvering off of the anchor from the A and B HD element. But here comes HL. Very slow, very deliberate play. I wouldn't call it slow. I would call it deliberate play so far by the CSA. But I think it's working fairly well for them so far. We've got the dueling GC out here. Meanwhile, we have John Beck has moved out over there to this far side, and he has dragged off the 12th VA. But 12th VA just might have gotten hit by a great arty shot. I missed who did that, but that was a great arty shot, whoever did it. Who was it? Can I figure it out? Was it these guys? It was these guys. It was Mr. Crom. Nice shot, Mr. Crom. He has definitely upset Mr. Beck's plans there. That cannon's ready, though, waiting for that breach. Again, so far the Confederates have been very deliberate, just kind of inching their way forward. They're getting a little bit ahead on tickets, but time, we'll see if that changes it. And it looks like even though 52nd got hit, they have not been defeated. It's like Slaughter's moving out a little bit.
Oh.
And he's going to put some fire. But what do we have over here? We have a breach developing wide, GC and 2 Corps, and they're going to try to overwhelm. Who is this over here? It is the other GC element. And HL are going to try to hold the breach here. We'll see if they can do it. Against these 2 CSA elements here, they seem to be beating on the door here. The rest of the CSA is dealing with that Hand V. We'll see if Mr. Weber here, Mr. Threergron, can get a breach open and then possibly turn the flank on the Union and overwhelm their defense here. It's really going to be up to, can this element hold? Oh, but wait a second here. Now we have a new problem. A and B has moved forward to kind of fix them. And Slaughter's going to come in as well. So no help is coming to this side here. We'll see if 2 Corps and GC can push up and continue the breach. As you can see, they've been pushed off. The flank, the breach is open. All they got to do is swing in and crush the Union here. And their Union's already in trouble trying to hold back A and V at 56. This could be it right here. This could end the match. But the CSA is being cautious. They're not moving up. This might be a mistake because, wait a second here. Here comes the 12th VA to try to plug the hole. Can they get there in time to salvage the situation? We'll see if Sergeant Major Fletcher can hold it. He's bringing up his men. And you can see how devastated this fire has been. And the A and V and 52nd have that breach, but okay. So the GC abandoned that side, the 12th VA, and they were joined by the HL. Were able to hold this side here, and this is pretty critical. They did hold this this portion here, which does maintain that open lock, line of communication back to main. So that was a pretty good move by 12th VA and the HL there to avoid complete disaster. But they're still in a hell of a problem here, and that problem's name is Killer in the A and B. And it's also Mr. Slaughter here, and it's also Mr. Threader going. Here they come. They are pressing forward here. As they continue to move forward here, what is the CSA already looking at doing? They're moving their guns up right now, so we'll keep an eye out. They got one gun over here. Let's see. At this point, I don't even know. There might not be much to shoot at. But we'll see. Looks like that sailed over. You can see HL is pretty much the only unit left that's got a foothold here, along with 12th VA. That was a good move by them, but Colonel Weber is going to try to box them in here. You see the Union is now at breaking. So far, the CSA has not moved to cap, nor have they moved to occupy this right side here either. So it's kind of interesting. They haven't really. They have the breach here, but I think they are, for now, happy to maintain this burn between them and the enemy. But that might create some openings here. As you can see, GC, the 20th New York, Colonel Weber's already been pushed back. Now it's going to be up to Captain Slaughter to hold this flank here. But he has some help in the former 2 Corps. Who's moved up over here? Is this John Beck? Yep, John Beck saw the opportunity. He moved up here. He might be able to, scoot out here, get some flanking fire into the Union. I think that's what he's thinking here. Let's follow him for a second. Keep an eye. And, okay, here we go now. Here's Killer moving down to this corner. I was waiting to see him do this. Now we can get the enemy in a, bit of a, bit of a box here and put some heavy fire into them while maintaining that cover. And it's going to just become, just create a killing field. And there it is. But here comes Colonel Fama. He's going to try to break out of it. He already took some pretty heavy hits. He doesn't have much left after that initial volley. That's the difficulty now about letting the CSA take these positions here. LFL's going to try, though. CSA Union now on engage. Plenty of tickets left for the CSA, but we have a charge here. CQB going in against the ANV. LFL joining them. Can the ANV HD hold these 2 units on this corner? This is a risky maneuver here. If this fails, that's a lot of tickets lost. And they are fighting tooth and nail for it. But, oh, wait a second. Here comes Weber. He has rotated to the flank here. Oh, but some arty came in to kind of knock him down. Was that friendly or enemy? I'm not even sure. And that has knocked them back here. And that maneuver, you also had John Beck came in to support along with 2 Corps. But that maneuver supported with these CSA units helping out each other. They were able to secure that side there. Even though A&V got hit hard, that breach is not empty yet. And by the way, you still got 56 over here holding that key route here. We'll see if the Union can organize something to push off this CSA unit here. Here comes Crom. Can he get an arty shot in to try to do some damage here? They are pretty exposed right now here. These are some very, very tempting targets here. All right, here we got HL is holding the breach here. Now we got Sergeant Major Fletcher back in, and the CSA, though, looks like they're rotating back to the center. And specifically 2 Corps is. This may be an opportunity for the CSA to try to push at least one of these angles and try to salvage that situation. If they allow for this kill zone to operate, though, in the way it is right now, I don't see the Union getting out of this problem. You're down on tickets, but you got to figure a way out of this problem. If you just maintain it, you're just delaying the inevitable at best.
Reform the double column.
You got a decent force here. We got HL that's formed up, along with LFL. Oh, see, there was a shot coming in against Colonel Weber here in the GC. All right, now we got forward movement here by HL. And they're going to come up here against the 56 and Mr. Slaughter here. And a pretty good attack here by HL. And they have screened the movements here for the 12th VA, who's going to try to flank the CSA. Let's see if they can get on the CSA flank here. Looks like the Brambos absorbed a lot of that fire, unfortunately. CQB is also kind of stuck here. You got a pretty powerful force here. What do you have fighting them? 56 has got knocked back pretty hard, but 2 Corps come to reinforce them. But still, not a lot of other support here yet. Can the Union retake this point? Well, they have higher numbers. Right now, it looks like they're happy to shoot it out. But I think the danger is that you're letting the CSA move back in. But okay, John Beck has rotated out to this side to deal with the LFL, who's trying to tie down some forces in this corner here. I do like how Killer has positioned himself in the center. So if he sees a major issue, he can rotate in to deal with it on either side. So good positioning there by the Hand V. I hear they know. That's what I've been told. You guys let me know if A and B knows. And Hand V knows, I should say. Another flank maneuver here by Mr. Fletcher. The last attack was a little bit ineffective. We'll see if this one can do a little bit more damage. That already can, though. I think the Brambos are intercepting those shots, to be honest with you. I'm not seeing too many go down. I think they might have to rotate a little bit further out here to this point right here where the Brambos kind of open up. But irregardless, there's no chance for that. Slaughter is going to move his men back along with 2 Corps and kind of consolidate their positioning here with A and V to support. I think that's a wise decision here by the CSA. Make sure none of their elements get isolated. Especially not right now when they have such a ticket lead. You know, at this point they're almost 2 morale. Well, they're pretty dang far ahead on morale state here. Yeah, not quite 2, but you know, it's quite a lot. Nice shooting on that cannon here. Looks like Weber has come to join him.
Ready?
And you know, actually, HL has done a very admirable job here of kind of pressing the CSA back here with their very disciplined fire, along with CQB. Although now they can charge in. I don't think they have quite enough combat power to do a charge. And I think this might be costly for the Union, given that even if you get past 56 and 2 Corps, which I don't think you will, you've got Hand V right behind it. I do like this maneuver here by James Joker and the 22nd VA coming up to hit him in the side, but he also knows not to stick out there for too long. Now here comes 12th VA who's going to rotate. He might, unfortunately, he might catch all the anger from the CSA. We'll see. They got the volley off. Can they get out without losing too many men? They lost some men, but not too many men. All right, here comes the next attack by CQB. Looks like they're doing most of it. And they're going to try to punch through here. But they are not going to get that far in there. But in the meantime, we got a forward movement here by LFL trying to take this corner from GC, from Colonel Weber here. And the CSA is charging forward. I would too, try to take back some of this lost ground. But what's this over here? James Joker has an opportunity to ambush the CSA. Look to the left, James Joker. Look to the left. Oh no! You look at. Oh no! You got him. You get. There you go. There we go. James Joker saw it. All right. Oh, I was very worried that he would miss it, but he did not. Look at that. He caught most of that attacking element and was able to ambush it now. But now they're going to charge after him, and they're going to do some heavy damage to that unit. But it has allowed the 12th VA to come up here and kind of stabilize that sector. Right now, the LFL has a chance, I think, to knock back this element from John Beck. John Beck's doing a great job of holding back a much larger element in the form of Colonel Famas and the LFL. And they're actually shooting him, and they've actually outshot him. Look at that. They have knocked back the LFL. Well done, 52nd. They followed the script here. That was a key. Even though Andrew wasn't there, they followed the script. Looks like the Union's going to start resetting here. Despite their efforts, and there were some good ones there, the CSA retains all the positions that they had, and they have been able to whittle down the Union tickets quite a bit with those failed attacks. Although I'd still say it's better to try to improve the situation than just sit back and wait. So I do not fault the Union for making some attempts. Now, with that being said, you know, I might think about possibly trying to rotate. You know, they kind of started doing it there a little bit, kind of rotating out a little bit. But then you got to be mobile. And you know, the real problem is this. It's this hand V that is well positioned in the center as a reserve element to support either side. And there's not really a good answer for that problem yet that I've seen for them to deal with. But we'll see. Union is smarter than me, and they can surprise. So we shall see. By the way, if you are new or a veteran and you are looking for a unit to join, I am leaving links to all these units. Ooh, nice counter battery shot there. Leaving links to all these units in the description. Check out their Discord if you know you're like, hey, this looks like fun. You know, these look like a good group of guys. They're pretty smart, pretty cool. Check them out. Join up. All right, now we got a forward attack here. Here comes CQB. I do like this maneuver out here. Let's see, what do we have maneuvering over here, though? Oh, here's a danger. Here comes Killer. I think he's anticipating this. That is a smart move by Mr. Killer there. I think he's anticipating this move here and waiting for the Union to pop out. Although, a good job by Doug here. He is maintaining discipline. He has not charged forward in an uncontrolled manner and exposed himself. I don't know about going in for a charge here. It looks like they're having decent luck after that shooting of pushing back Slaughter and his guys. And there, A and V came up and hit 12th VA hard here. Oh, very hard hit by by Hand V here. And they are charging now into the CQB. Killer's getting aggressive now. He wants to end this map here, right now. And as he carries his attack forward, I think he might be able to do it. There we go. They're on breaking. There's still a decent-sized element here from HL. And they are moving forward to try to block this Hand V element from capping here. But it looks like Slaughter was well positioned for the cap, as was 2 Corps. Although, okay, the flank is exposed. HL goes in for try to secure the point. They are in a mess of fighting right now here against multiple units. Here's 2 Corps trying to hold on. Those units are flooding into point. Okay, who is this? Here comes Colonel Weber to intercept his compatriots from the GC and cut off those reinforcements from the side. Good maneuvering here by Weber. But the hammer hasn't fallen yet. This Hand V has not yet been committed. And this might be an opportunity here for the CSA to take it here. But James Joker says, not today. He says, nah, from my cold, dead hands, he says. But he was killed by Private Flo. Oh, the humanity. GC on GC violence. And despite that push, the Union still holds the center, but at what cost? At what cost? A&V still holding here strong, but there's no flank guard anymore. But the Union now has very little room left.
Lily, est-ce que le canon là, Isaac, est en train de tirer?
Il est prime,
Non, toujours en Ghosty.
Ah oui, non.
By the Germans for a little bit, but I'm back. Right face, double forward.
Right face, double quick.
You're gonna make 190-degree turn to the right, and you're gonna double click.
Up and over.
Looks like Doug is going to start maneuvering out on this side here. Who's coming to intercept them? It is Killer.
We're not even up there yet. Form in the line. Form.
Some of us have to.
Killer right now is happy to trade tickets like this, though, to be honest with you. This is what he wants. 1-to-1, that's fine with him. Poor John Beck has been getting hit by Artie, but he has held strong on this corner. Looks like the rest of the CSA is kind of positioned down here. You can see that shooting here from LFL and A&B and HD is pretty effective and knocking guys off pretty easily. And in fact, CQB is going to have to fall back a bit. 15 minutes left in the match. It's going to be hard to outrun the timer on this. You can see the kill box, but now the Union has to hold point. This is well done positioning here by the CSA. Can they do anything about it? Let's see if HL can do anything about it. Trying to deal with Killer, but they might have just pissed him off.
No, dropping me a line.
Here he comes. Here comes the Hand V. Trying to swarm the HL. They're holding their line. I don't know about that. They're gonna wait. Man, they're gonna wash right over them. They're standing bravely, loading, facing the other way. That's all right, Sprig. I understand. You can see the Union is now almost unbreaking. Good thing CQB Doug positioned his men here to kind of staunch the attack there. But you can see the CSA, the Union, is getting pushed off a point now back into this corner. Especially now that well, A&V is going to move back a little bit. Interesting. They're not going to push the attack here, but Colonel Weber is. He's bringing up the German Corps to try to get him onto the last stand. Oh, they killed Weber! Good shooting there by CQB. Kind of holding off the GC there, but you also have this element here that might swing up. There's nothing really constraining him anymore. I'm kind of surprised they haven't made a play to just attack forward here. Although 2 Corps is going to redeploy to the center. Interesting. They're worried about this side falling? It seems pretty strong to me. I mean, yeah, GC's taking some casualties, but not at a horrible rate. Slight CSA advantage. 8 men. Not unreasonable at a 250-man server.
Un couvert pour recharger les gars.
Right here, boys.
Trouver une place dans les intervalles.
My guy refusing. Holy shit.
Couvrez-vous pour recharger.
I'm kind of surprised the CSA is kind of dragging out this fight a little bit.
Ok. Comment?
Va accueillir des champions.
Ah, ça me connaît, ça me gave.
Il y a un officier à découvert.
Alright, so the CSA has rotated its forces now into the center here. Is this where the final attack's going to come from? Are they going up and over? Not yet.
Our left line is retreating.
Yeah. GC held it for as long as they could. There's the last stand. Was that what the CSA was waiting for?
I'm sacrificed myself.
We got movement. That was. They were waiting on that last stand. Now that that's happened, here comes the flood into the center. And now the Union's going to have to countercharge in the open. Well, they got some obstacles, but CSA sitting there waiting for him. And a nice little, you see this little box they created here. Well, now they're just flooding units into the center, to be honest with you. I didn't get out in a good time to see it. You do have a flank attack by HL here that's actually managed to get behind the CSA line. But we'll see if that can make the difference here. They did get the CSA on to taking losses at least. And so far they are holding point. That HL maneuver might have done it, actually. We'll see. It's a fight on point. Very impressive, HL. And the Union holds. And I think a lot of that credit goes to that HL maneuver there. Although we still have Colonel Weber here with an element from GC. Is he going to push up? Or is he going to wait for help?
Wunderbar. Ich wurde gerade von 2 Italienern hier hochverfolgt und dann kam die zu.
No, Weber's going for it. He's not going to let the Union get set here. He's going to try to finish the match here by himself. Can he do it? Edarty's helping him.
Wen haben wir denn heute in der A? Ja, haben wir heute wieder die Moment Battery in der Dings, in der AT?
So, Spezialisten.
Recht unbekannt, 6 Louisiana von der 56. Ja, 56.
Bleiben einfach hier mit.
Hallo, Freunde.
Hallo. Hallo, schicke Arti habt ihr. Die machen einen guten Job.
Ganz voll Fahrträger nicht schon was auf uns zugelaufen ist. Sieht aber gut aus. Ja, der wird alle töten können mit der Fahne.
Ja.
So right now they're not taking point, but they're happy to exchange this firing here until the reinforcements come up. And let's see where they are at. They're still coming up the hill right now. They got about a minute to get here. But there's really not much the Union could do. 9 minutes remaining. It's just about holding on till the end now. Or, you know, get turned to paste, one or the other. And here they come.
Capturing the point. We're gonna need to
And that is it. A fun one to watch on Bolivar Heights Redoubt. Not an easy map for the defenders, for sure. But, a very deliberate play there by the CSA. Took their time, got their men in position, were mutually reinforcing, and really just pushed around the Union. Very impressive final countercharge, even though they were on last stand, to knock back the CSA, and a special shout out to HL for that flanking maneuver. getting there in time. It's one thing to do a flank, it's another to get the flank off on time to make the difference, and they did it. So well done to them, even though Union was not successful. But great first match. Looking forward to the next one.